JacksonWink Fight Night 3, Ricky Esquibel takes on Chris Cortez.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir? It's been a while since we talked.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm excited because I'm fighting in Albuquerque again for this fight, and I think there are going to be a lot of people out there to watch me. So.
And coming off of a big win, extremely short notice, went to Texas, jump on the LFA main card, Access TV, submission victory.
Yeah, so that was an interesting way I got on. I somehow got in contact with Mick Maynard, where he got me a fight with LFA. 10-day notice. I accepted the fight against a hometown guy who had a pretty good record. He had knocked out his last opponent. I went in there, beat the guy first round, and hoping I can just keep the streak going, keep this momentum.
What was the mentality that you took into the cage that night, short notice? How did you mentally adverse over it?
It was the weirdest feeling because going up there, for one, it felt like a vacation because I didn't have all the nerves from a long fight camp thinking about it every day. So I get to Dallas, it seemed like a vacation. I am warming up, doesn't even feel like I'm getting ready for a fight. As I'm walking out, if you watch the video, I'm just super calm, I'm just looking around. And it was weird because it was his hometown, so it's very quiet. No one was cheering for me. So it just felt like I was going into sparring. It wasn't like any other fight where I have a long fight camp. I think about it every day, training for it every day.
Was that nice?
It was extremely nice.
So, bell rings. Was different than a normal fight? You're over relaxed, it sounds like.
Yeah, I went in there pretty relaxed. I didn't have much of a game plan. I just knew that I didn't want to get into a brawling match with him because he's known for knocking people out. And just went out there to fight smart. I wasn't trying to go out there to get into a brawl or to a bloody mess. I just wanted to go out there, try to finish as fast as I can and get out.
You get the victory, underdog, short notice, hometown guy. Tell me about your confidence level walking out of the cage that night.
Oh, I was on top of the world, especially because it was my first fight on TV. It was a big opportunity on a big show, so I was excited. But this fight's going to be more exciting with Chris Cortez because Chris Cortez is, he's on a pretty long winning streak. He's an explosive fighter. He comes out hard, so it's going to be a fun, interesting fight.
Chris has fought one of your teammates, Ambrose, so how much can you utilize that knowledge to game plan towards this fight?
Yeah, I've talked to Ambrose a little bit, not too much, but I've talked to him a little bit. I've seen footage of Chris. That's the thing, is there's a lot of footage of Chris online, so I have an idea of how he fights, and we got a pretty good game plan.
And for everybody that doesn't know the background story, we, the media, got handed one fight card at the press conference, but within the 30 minutes of that paper getting in my hand and Ricky actually getting put on the podium and the fight being announced, an opponent switch. So how crazy is the fight game now that you're a professional?
Yeah, so now that I'm a professional, I noticed it's harder to get a fight. When you do get a fight, it's not always a guaranteed thing. And I mean, it's never been guaranteed, but it's definitely harder. With this fight, I go into the press conference thinking I'm fighting a guy from New York who's 4-0. I get there and then I find out that I'm fighting Chris Cortez, and which I personally think is more dangerous of an opponent than the guy who's 4-0, because Chris, I mean, he's just one of those brawlers who just comes out hard, and the other guy is more just a wrestler type guy.
What do you got to do to be successful? Chris is also strong, another wrestler type, likes to get in there and brawl.
What, you don't think I'm strong? Just kidding.
He's known, though, for his strength. I've seen him pick up and throw guys. Ricky, I will call you strong when I see you pick up and slam dudes. There's a lot of things we'll use for vocabulary. Slick, intelligent. I haven't seen vicious strength like that, though, out of you.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a fun fight. But, I mean, strength isn't always the way to win fights, right? I mean, Connor says, you know, power beats strength, or sorry, speed beats power, and
precision beats
strength, all that stuff, right? So it's not a lifting competition, it's a fight. So I'm gonna go in there, fight smarter. I'm gonna fight hard. I'm not gonna go out there and play around and mess around. I'm gonna go out there and just do my best and try to finish as best as I can.
Overall in your game, where do you feel you've had the most growth with the short notice fight and now having this camp?
For sure, my mentality. Just the cool thing about my team is they're all about supporting each other. You know, I got good guys who make sure that we're all mentally strong. When one guy may be feeling down, they always make sure to explain why you're good. So a mental strength is good. That's where I've improved. And then also wrestling. And I mean, that's one of the biggest things that is going to play a factor in this game. Is Chris is known for being ruthless with the takedown, comes out hard with hard shots, but I mean, I'm going to mix it up as best as I can. I'm going to just, there's not necessarily a specific game plan as far as like, oh, I'm going to go out and grapple him, I'm going to go strike him. I'm just going to go out there and try to showcase everything that I can do. If he wants to wrestle, I'll try to out wrestle him. If he tries to throw me, I'll try to outdo him and do everything I can to win.
Ricky Esquibel, feel I would have got a different answer if I asked you this a couple months ago. We all grow, evolve. Who is Ricky Esquibel as a fighter?
As a fighter, I always think of myself as a wolf. That's why my shirts have wolves on it. But also I'm a student and I'm a protege, right? That's why I was the first Jackson's MMA headliner for the protege series. I'm always trying to learn, especially from like the guys who are better than me. Coach Greg, especially John Dotson, Andrew Tennyson, Joby, of course. Everyone who's just helping me out, just trying to be a student, trying to be better in every way possible. I mean, that's why my motto is Excelsior, always moving ever upward, trying to be better, move up in the rankings, move up in life. That's what it is.
June 2nd, why do you come out of that cage with your hand raised?
Why? Because I'm Ricky Esquibel and I'm not here to mess around. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to work hard, prove that I'm better than Chris, because I truly believe that I am, and that's what it is. So I'd like to thank TNS Construction, also John Lucero. He's a realtor. They've helped me out a lot with this fight camp. My team over at JacksonWink. I want to thank my management, first round management, Maurice, Abe, Melky, and then, like I said, my family, and of course my girlfriend and my coworkers at UFC Gym.